tuned into the judges table, representing the 314 in St. Louis and the 816 in Kansas City. Here's your hosts, Slick 50 and Polo J.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Mic check, mic check.
Check is good.
Bet that. Cut that. What's going on, boy?
Not a damn thing.
You sound relaxed, laid back, like you done smoked you one, and you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm actually doing a lot of life reflecting.
Life reflecting.
Yeah.
Life? What the fuck does that mean? You went and saw one of them damn crazy ass people call themselves life coaches and shit. What?
No.
Pay me.
No. I've just realized that a lot of things that contribute to some of my life issues are my fault.
What? Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Before we made dab in that, but hold on. Say that again for the people.
Majority of the issues that I deal with in life are my fault.
Yes. Y'all heard that shit. My man is ready to drink a big cup of fuck it. See, you can't drink that cup of fuck it till you get to that point. We're going to talk more about that. We're going to talk more. I'm dead serious. Real talk. Fuck it, it's Friday. Real talk. I mean, you know, when you get to that point as a man, that's like going, if you can go beyond Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Life becomes a whole lot more clear.
Yep.
A lot more clear, bro. You know, so you start being able to really weave and rationalize with certain things and understand things why they the way they are, and the things that you can't control, you say fuck it. You know, you move it to the side. Sorry, I come back to you. It's easier now. It's easier to prioritize. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can have all the discipline in the world, but if you don't have that in your life,
discipline is nothing without order.
Order, and order ain't gonna come without self-reflection, because everything can't be everybody else's fault.
Nope.
You got to understand that you are the master of your own circle.
Yep.
So in order to be the master, any craft that you pick, whether it's boxing, baseball, basketball, art, whatever,
yep,
you got to master yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and people wonder why it's so easy to say no and stuff like that. I'm telling you, when you get to the point where Polo hit, now no gonna be with conviction. No, ain't no more explaining after. Ain't it? It is what it is, sir. I'm happy for you.
That's where my life journey has led me down. This path right here, this path of self-discovery. Like it comes in levels. You know, the self-discovery of the realization, like you are not a child anymore. You're an adult.
Right.
And then the next phase is the realization that you are not responsible for anybody else's happiness, nor are you responsible for anybody else's pain. Everything is done strictly by what you allow and what you do not allow. And I'm there. And when I tell you I've been getting some of the best sleep I've ever gotten, I am.
Yeah, man. But there's a I won't say caveat. There's a stay a Jedi. Because some people dip off and take it to the dark side, you know, and it could pull you there. It could pull you there, but you gotta maintain that balance. That's the beauty of when you know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So don't let it take you over to the deep end, because for a lot of us, men, particularly colored, melanin colored skin men, we come into this realization not by learning it naturally, but from some sort of experience.
From force.
Right. And we should not have to learn it like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
the more times, I want to say 95% out of 100, that's how a lot of us learn it. And a lot of us don't have someone to say, don't go to the dark side. You know what I'm saying? Just because when you first come to realization with it, from my experience, I was like, fuck this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my world, fuck everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When there's a fair way to balance it. It's my world, but I'm gonna allow y'all to come in when I want y'all to come in. When I don't want to deal with y'all, I know not to deal with y'all. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, and that's probably something that I need to work on, because I've noticed this week that I've put a padlock on my circle.
Mm-hmm.
A padlock. No new friends, no new enemies,
Mm-hmm.
nothing like that. Even family's been getting it. Family has been getting it
Mm-hmm.
from me, and I feel rejuvenated,
That's
refreshed.
good. And hold on to that, because that's yours.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't for nobody else to see. Because I mean, that's not for you to show, because everybody else is gonna notice it. A good woman named Miss Smalls told me that. She told me about business. Ain't no need to showboat, because you're gonna have time for the ones that want your time. The ones that want your time don't want you to succeed. So when you ain't got time for them, they're gonna notice something about you different. When you gain true happiness in yourself, you learn that you can make yourself happy. That don't mean stay to yourself or nothing like that, but people gonna notice it. Ain't no need to gloat about it. Ain't no need to do none of that. Why you smiling? Oh, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can think of simple things to make you laugh. Whatever, they're gonna notice something different about you. You know what I'm saying? So, my friend, understand that little bit of happiness that you found, that's yours. That ain't nobody else's, bro. So
Bro,
hold on to it.
I've
E-Dub,
almost
what's
went
happening, baby?
I've almost went full Sith.
Just don't do that, dog. Don't do that. That's hard to come back from. Exclusive news aside in the house. What's happening, baby?
I really have almost gone full Sith Lord.
Yeah, don't do that. That's what I'm talking about. That's
You see,
that's where it pays to have good friends. You know what I'm
because
saying?
I've basically been
Excuse me, y'all.
wearing all black all week, and I've just now noticed it. Like, people don't understand that colors actually do have some semblance onto your life,
Oh my
and
goodness. Preach on it. Preach on it.
and it attaches to your mindset. It attaches to your mental, to where you unknowingly start to program yourself in a manner to where it is not conducive for your own health. Like now,
Right.
I've been wearing black t-shirts for, I'll put it out there, since I got out of jail. I've been wearing black t-shirts, black.
Well,
And I've just now noticed that every shirt that I've put on all week has been black.
mm-hmm.
I think I've gone full Sith.
Nah, oh, bullshit. It's just what's comforting you right now. I mean, it's giving off the impression of, if you never told nobody, that nobody would come up with this, but it's giving off the impression what's going through your mind. You
and
understand what
I've
I'm saying?
realized, and I've realized something else too. I'm not the most powerful person in my home. Let me explain.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not a bad thing, so to say.
Yeah.
Who's more important, the king, the queen, or the person who has the king's ear?
Oh, dude. You he talking to me, he talking to y'all, because I know all this shit already.
I've realized that the most powerful person in my house is my wife. She
Right.
has my ear. And I hate to say it in such a manner, but a lot of people have been getting punished this week.
Well, the thing is this, and I won't go too deep until like we come back. Like I say, Fridays we're gonna talk about all sports and in the way I want to call it, fucking Fridays. You know what I'm saying? Um, where we talk sports and get you off a chest same time. You feel me? Cause every time I want to tell Polo he ain't shit, and I just sit here. But so fucking Fridays it was gonna come out. You know what I mean? But now, yeah, I think we synced it, bro, and I hate that it's your last one. You know what I'm saying? The shit be entertaining, man. Go check out my boy, Exclusive News Insider, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget we on a delay, E&I too. You know what I'm saying? We on a delay. I see the question mark. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I watch it. Shit go hard, bro. I hate that, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's gonna be you say it's your last one until it happen. You done took it far as you can. But you be on point with your shit, bro. I give it to you. The music, video, your knowledge, all that, it all goes together. Can't argue with it, not one bit. You know what I'm saying? So
Exclusive.
I definitely give you that.
I want to tell you that you, young man, are an artist of your own time. You're a regular Da Vinci, a Picasso, a Hemingway. I want to tell you that, and I want to cultivate your gift by giving you your credit. Because a lot of times, us as Black men, we do not congratulate other Black men when they're successful at something or when they're good at something. So, young man, I want to tell you that you are good. You're wonderful. And I love you. I love you, you Black man. I love
you, Polo. No, on everything though. Now back to what you said, man. Then we're gonna jump a little bit of sports. We're gonna go back and forth. But I was taught early in life on that from my old man. God rest his soul. Learn a lot from that guy. He said, "Don't you ever think you run a house? You don't run the house. You just think you got the power." I said, "What you talking about?" He said, "I play chess. I've been trying to get you to play chess for years, but you don't ever want to learn," which is the truth. I just didn't care to learn it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "But you know the basics, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "What's the second to last piece to get taken off the board?" I said, "The king." He said, "But what's the objective to protect who?" The queen. Who run it? So who's really giving direction? Who's really making the moves behind the scenes? And who's really, you understand what I'm saying?
So what piece has the most free range on the board?
Yeah, got the power. That's how it was broke down to me. So it was like, we have the physical strength, the assertiveness to carry out the plan. You understand what I'm saying? We were built to be the bad guy. Kids look at sometimes the mom be like, man, whatever. As soon as she say, now when your daddy get home, you be like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? She done called out the enforcer. Hold on, what you want me to do? I do dishes, I do whatever you want. You get what I'm saying? That's how, and that's fine, because it's both have power in their own right. Like you said, it's gonna be things she good at, things you good at, things that she gonna have your back on, because she gonna be like, well, you know more about that. Put your foot down that shit, and I got this. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the visionary is usually the wife.
Yes.
We're doers.
Yes.
That's why they build a plan and we do it. we do it. I mean, that's just natural order of things. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like,
and something else that I've come to the realization of, and I don't know how many men can actually say this or are willing to actually say this. but I actually enjoy being married.
Hey, nah, man, bro, who you
I
telling, bro?
enjoy it.
I, I miss it. I miss it a whole lot, bro. But see, this is the thing. Let's clear this shit up.
It's not my identity.
It's not your identity, but it's not also this too. It's not just this. It's cool to be married.
No, no,
Let's
no,
clear
no.
it up. It's cool to be married to the right person.
Yes.
That's what makes marriage cool. Cause you know you gonna be with this person the rest of your life, and it's gonna be some fun shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be some ups and downs, but it ain't just enjoy being married. It's a little more to that, you know.
Best advice. Sometimes it may look as if the grass is greener on the other side, but that's only because you never took the time. You or that person never took the time to actually water your grass.
That's a fact. And men, there's something called strip clubs. Now,
Which are
look,
terrible places.
go look,
Terrible
just
places.
don't touch, and you can go home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No. Proper place to see where the grass is. It seems like it's greener, but it's not. Social media.
No, man, that's if you want to be depressed, but not all social media. Cause make sure y'all tune in over here every Monday and Friday at 10:15. Goddamn me, for
I don't
fucking
consider
Friday.
YouTube social media.
You know,
No.
I consider it all. I consider social media a gift and a curse. It depends who hands it's in. People use it to spew all the wrong things, or what the case may be. But I might be saying his name. Soto, ain't that who run the home run? Dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Soto. And
Fuck
he's
Soto.
a $400 million man, ain't he?
Fuck Soto.
He the $400 million man, ain't he?
Yes.
Rightfully so. Should have won that motherfucker. Then you what's wrong? Why is he contemplating on $400 plus million?
Because
I know it's for 15 years, ain't it? It's for 15 years.
15-year contract.
But it's baseball. If he get traded, they still gotta pay him and gonna get another paycheck.
Here's the tricky business about that contract. One, there's only two incentives involved in that. Whether or not you win MVP or if you win the World Series, you get a bonus. Second thing, there's no player option involved in none of the 15 years.
So he don't get the league. It's only if they get to want to get rid of him.
It's only a team option,
right?
Not a player option.
But say they do want to get rid of him. Go ahead.
But the team option kicks in after the first year.
But that's only 1 year. I don't think I would like
1 year. And there's the upfront. The upfront will not cover what's going to be coming on the back end at all.
So basically, they can get rid of him. Don't have to pay the rest of the contract.
Exactly.
Fuck that. Why was they saying guaranteed? Why was they screaming that shit? It's guaranteed
because guarantee is one of those words that you can use in legal jargon where it's up to the interpretation. Guaranteed does not always.
They was like, he guaranteed. He's up here thinking about it.
Man,
I feel him though.
Because you have to have a good lawyer and a good agent in order to look over these type of things, and then you look over these type of things, because that option after 1 year, that's fine, but there's no more options after that first year. After that, you're pretty much cemented into that deal,
right?
And if you underperform within that first year, yes, you keep the money that was guaranteed, but you don't get the rest of the duration of that contract. And if they choose to trade you, you have to go to a team that's willing to take on that salary.
So what was it, like 100-something million that was actually guaranteed?
It was only 110 million that was actually guaranteed.
So if they want to get rid of him, they will owe him that.
And then after that, you have to take into account taxes. He stays in one of the most tax-riddled cities in America, which is Washington, D.C.
Got you.
So out of that, they're going to take about 42% of that in taxes from the guarantee.
So he's
Not
just
to
trying to see if
mention,
something better
like
gonna
in
come
boxing,
along.
he's going to have to pay his trainers, his
Right.
nutritionists, and everything like that. So he's
got
looking to take home, after all that is done, about 35% of that 115 or 110 million dollars.
That's crazy, bro. So you saying back in the day when Pujols went to the Angels had a better contract than he did?
Yes.
That's fucking crazy.
Yes.
They killed me how they be screaming that shit. See, they be screaming that shit on TV. Yeah, he's guaranteed for. I was sitting there like, what? And then he won. I was like, well, that motherfucker better won if you worth $400 million. It's it. You know what I'm saying? You know, watching it, whatever. But like, what was my guy that came out hitting the 30? I missed my paper. I had wrote his name down. Came out hitting him 31 home runs.
Julio.
He gonna be something else.
I like that guy. I like that guy.
He's gonna be a pitcher's worst fear. He's gonna be something terrible.
He's put the Mariners back on the map. Because when you think of the Seattle Mariners, you think of King Griffey Jr. Sr., King Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez, A-Rod. You think of these people.
Do you think he could beat the join the club, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, and old boy? Think he can beat old boy? What? Damn.
The problem with the home run derby is it puts every team's quote unquote power hitter or best hitter on display.
Oh, notice, right.
So you're not going to get as many favorable pitches as you used to.
Right. You're going to put them on notice.
You're going to put them on notice.
Yeah.
Vince, that is big news.
Yeah. But I'm happy he is retired, but not behind we know what, though. But he should have been sad his old ass down. I'm be real with you, bro. Oh, shout out to the Rock daughter too. You know, she did her thing. Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
Y'all didn't see it? Okay. Well, check out on. I didn't know NXT be performing in like little gyms and stuff like that. Yeah, she wrestling.
That's what's up. Another Maya Villa, another of the Annoy tribe is in wrestling. So if only we could get another fucking Von Erich.
You know, I doubt it. All the old names from the doubt, bro, and hopefully with. I don't think Vince. Who you think is a problem, man?
Who do I
don't think Vince was the problem for the storyline. I don't even think I'm be real with you. For storylines, we know that storylines been regurgitated forever and ever again. But like, who you think is really the problem when it comes to character building?
I will say this: the pen is mighty powerful. The pen is mighty powerful. But even with the pen being powerful, somebody still has to approve it. So the person who's approving what's being used, the king can only approve what the knight does with his sword.
Facts. So you think it was Vince?
It was Vince along with Bruce Pritchard. Because if you look at the storyline, because Bruce Pritchard and Paul Heyman. Now let me get this out the way. Paul Heyman does a damn good job on SmackDown.
Yeah.
He does a damn good job on SmackDown. The main problem with WWE right now is Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Their flagship program.
They did that to themselves. They did, bruh. Let me tell y'all something. If you don't know, I'm from North Side, St. Louis, by way of East St. Louis, Charlie Park. You understand me? If you know where that is, that's the hood. When SmackDown came out, it was like I had something to relate to. This is the hood, bro. I was like, fuck the suburbs. I don't have to watch, you know what I'm saying? And it just did numbers, bro. It was like, it was a whole new breed. It was like they took DX. It was like taking DX and giving them their own wrestling show.
Yeah. There was things that on that. Think about it. You had the street dude, basically what you can compare. The street dude who had all the money in the Flash and everything like that, who did whatever the hell he wanted to do. That was The Rock.
Right, bruh, when The Rock was over there, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's what they did. When they launched the show, it was like they put all the trash over there. It was like they on purposely did it that way.
Mm-hmm. And then, your little Vato friend who was down for anything.
Yeah.
That was Eddie Guerrero and Chavo. Eddie and Chavo. And then you had to bring in their little loke, Rey Mysterio.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you had the daddy of the show who got everybody in order, The Undertaker.
Yep.
And then you had that one dude who just didn't give a fuck about nobody and was going to do whatever the hell they wanted to do, whenever the hell they wanted to do it, however the hell they wanted to do it. And that was Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then you had the crazy dude that lived on a block that nobody wanted to mess with because you knew how he got down, Chris Benoit. Then you had the good guy, the kid that was inside and finally decided to jump off the porch when he was 24 years old.
Right.
Kurt Angle.
Hey, right. I can hang with you, nigga.
And then occasionally you see that daddy's brother who would come over, and they always had problems from their childhood, so they just took it out on everybody who decided to get in between the shit. Kane. Mm-hmm. And then you had the weirdo, like just weird, the dude who stayed on the corner house, who always looked out the window in Gold Dust. It was just,
bruh, it was the perfect match and balance of misfits mixed with cursing, calling hoes bitches, and all the wrong shit.
There was a pimp.
Yes. They motherfucking what was his name? He played two wrestlers on there.
Papa Sango and the Godfather.
Yeah, and the Godfather, right. The whole train. Where else can you do that on regular TV and say that?
And then you had a porn star in Val Venus.
Bruh, shit was nuts. Goldust was seemingly gay. You had it all. It was all the hood. It was all hood shit, bro.
And then you had the big dude that, the daddy of the block said, "Hey, stay away from him. I'll deal with his ass sometimes, but not all the time. Right. That motherfucker's crazy, but I'll deal with his ass sometimes." And Brock Lesnar, when he first popped on the scene, because he was wrecking. People don't know this or remember this, but Brock Lesnar won 75 matches before he lost his first one.
Oh, for real? I didn't even know that. But and then what? So when they did that shot Raw in the foot to me. Then when everything started to even out, they came with this bullshit. The superstar shakeup.
See,
when they
my
did that,
main issue.
When they did the superstar shakeup, they start placing the wrong people on different shows because both shows gave off different vibes.
Different audiences.
Yeah, it didn't fit. It was like, this guy don't belong over here. What's this? And he
the best way I can compare it.
His stock went down.
The best way I can compare it. ECW fans appreciated SmackDown more than they appreciated
Raw. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And Ring of Honor fans appreciated Raw because it was something that was a play almost.
Right.
And things of that nature. But they were still able to get away with more on Raw than a little bit more on Raw than what they were on SmackDown because it was on cable television.
Yeah, but they didn't utilize it though. Because they took way more chances. I remember when I was in California first hit and it came on UPN.
Yes.
And that shit hit, man, you had, bruh, I'll never forget, bitch, what? Did I hear that right?
He just called her a bitch.
right. Then you had Raw USA. You know what I mean? And they weren't they didn't take them type of chances. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. You know,
But the
like
thing that
for
Raw
instance,
had over SmackDown was the fact that on Raw they could do the bra and panties matches.
oh yeah, they could do that type stuff. But like bra and panties versus, you know, somebody it made it versus that character, and that little bit of essence made that character seem more real. I would have took that any day. The Rock got in the ring, wrote a song off his dome, sung it to Stephanie and called her a bitch and hoes and shit out her name. Where else you gonna get that?
The
That
hood.
shit was, and she had to sit there and take that shit, and her face was looking like, "What the fuck?" But she was about to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like,
See, what we're describing is two main issues with Raw and SmackDown. You can exclude NXT because it's its own entity in this
right,
case. Whatever happened to long storytelling? See, the problem with the brand splits and having an exclusive group for SmackDown and an exclusive group for Raw, you lose the ability to tell long stories, draw them out, not in a bad way, but to where you can have a vignette over the process of this beef, this situation, to where pay-per-view matches, as the watcher, it felt more personal because you'd be like, I remember when that happened. That was messed up that he did that. Like, say for instance, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, one of the greatest storylines I think ever.
Right.
It all started because Shawn Michaels interfered in The Undertaker's match against Mankind, which led to Undertaker interfering in his match against Mankind.
The little crumbs. It's the little crumbs that lead up to the big shit.
Yeah, you didn't see The Undertaker for 2 weeks. You seen him back in a match against Sid. Then you seen Shawn Michaels in the back on camera or something like that. They didn't do nothing with it. They just left it that he was there. And The Undertaker was there. They were in the same building. What's going to happen? But nothing happens. Which leads to Shawn Michaels and Hunter Hearst Helmsley at the time attacking The Undertaker, which set up the casket match.
Right.
The casket match where Shawn hurt his back and had to be out for a little while. It let it simmer and stay on medium
because that real instance made it all right for us to be like, okay, we can wait. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I get what you're saying. It's the little small stuff that builds up and you take your time. It's like now everything's so forceful. You know what I'm saying? So you want to tune in and see what's gonna happen next, whether it was something small or you was like Shawn Michaels wrestling. Oh, Undertaker popping up, dog. I gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? It's like the little things like that, whatnot.
Which led to the creme de la creme, the first Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah. like I like one of my favorite ones was Stone Cold and The Rock when they went at it and what was it? Who were dirty like that? I think The Rock threw Stone Cold off the bridge or one.
I remember
was hard.
No, he didn't throw him off the bridge. He threw him in the Missouri River because they were in Memphis. No, the Mississippi River because they were in Memphis. Because I remember they was at the pyramid when the pyramid was still doing stuff, and he just attacked them outside because that was Sweatsuit Rock.
Yeah, right.
That was Sweatsuit Rock. Like that was a storyline. But the second greatest storyline, in my opinion, it lasted about a decade. It lasted about a decade, from 95 to about 2005.
Who?
Triple H and The Rock.
Oh, man, that was...
Because here's the thing. You got to remember, they started beefing over the Intercontinental Championship.
Right, but people used to think that shit was real, though. People used to think like that shit, like, because it was so tit for tat. It was like, these guys don't like each other for real. Like, this is just some shit right here. And then when the creative side of Triple H, people, when it really came out like Triple H had a hand in the creative side, we was like, he doing that shit on purpose, bro, because he really don't like this dude. Like, but that's the beauty of it because it stirred conversation and everybody, Yeah,
Yes.
you know what I'm
And people
saying?
didn't know that Hunter actually loves Dwayne.
Right,
He's
right.
his
But it
child's
seemed like
godfather.
right, but it seemed like this dude fucking with this dude for the pettiest bullshit. Like
But
what the
one thing
fuck?
who got done the worst in WWE by creative control, in my opinion, is Booker T. He did the absolute worst because it was during the storyline of Evolution. You know,
Mhm.
Triple H, Batista, Randy Orton, Ric
Yeah.
Flair. He used all kinds. Your people aren't meant to be world champion
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that. And then Triple H wrote it into the script to where he could pedigree him and take 10 seconds to get over there to cover him, and Booker wouldn't
Man.
kick out. He got done
Man.
bad. Bill Goldberg got done bad. And a few others have been done bad by Triple H in his creative control. That's why he was considered the power trip. But in WWE, we all know whoever makes the most money actually has control. That's why Stone Cold Steve Austin never actually got screwed over.
Yeah, because you know he put that business out there himself that he was supposed to get some sort of money. He was like, nah, give me so much in WWE stock or something like that or whatnot. And that's why his ass was able to come back when he wanted to. All of that
Mm-hmm.
shit. That
Yeah.
was a smart play though, bro. That was a smart ass play. You weren't finna do him like that. But not to
Yeah.
move along though, man. I will say this. I saw something and we've been talking about the belts or whatever. This is boxing now. We want to move on to boxing. I want to read this though. Let me read this. Let me start off like this. Man. Juan Manuel said something, and I wrote it down. All right.
You
He
could
said, "This
understand
is,
it.
huh,
You could understand what he said.
huh, yeah. It
Oh.
wasn't all. It was English.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know how to speak no damn. Well, I know I speak the little words. Don't go there, dog. Don't go there,
Hang on.
man. I'm almost fell in your trap. Now I'm gonna shut up." He said, "This is damaging to boxing. It's not fair that a YouTuber fighting inside the ring, a former basketball player or a former NFL player. Boxing deserves respect. Boxing deserves its respect. This is not a game. When you fight, a life is at stake, and the respect for the sport has been lost." What's your take on that, bro? For real, and without the banter, because I know you, but for real, just I want to know.
I agree. I
You
just
agree?
simply agree
You simply
because
agree?
simply agree because how can I refute something that I've been saying out of my own mouth?
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying this for quite a while now that you know this is not me knocking his hustle or stop like hating at anybody getting their bread or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But a lot of those paydays that are Jake Paul, Logan Paul, KSI, Frank Gore, no matter who it is, are getting, and they're handsome paydays. They're handsome paydays.
Mm-hmm.
Could have went to cultivate the newer talent in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
They could have. See, boxing is all about making the quick buck instead of the smart buck, not playing the long game
Mm-hmm.
because we have short-sighted individuals a lot of times running these organizations. And I think it's time for a change. If this gentleman saying this is a wake-up call, so be it. I'll echo the sentiment until I'm blue in the face.
Yeah, I agree with him, man. I agree with him. Um, just based off sentiment, with the last part he put, like you said, man, it's life on the line. Like at first I felt like Jake Paul was playing around, but it has opened the door now where people think like this is it, and it also has opened the door where a lot of regular boxers is calling this man out. Now that I've recently like picked up on just today, I ain't gonna lie, I was just reading, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these boxers are when I get done with my match, Jake Paul, you can see me. And it's like, okay, it's one thing for Jake Paul to call y'all out, but you calling him out knowing you can whoop his ass. 2, they may not let you whoop his ass. 3 is because you feel like it's the biggest payday out there for you. But for me, the level and degree of competition would diminish right along with you fighting that guy because do you know how you making boxing look at that moment? Like a
See,
3-ring circus.
here's my thing. I would say it was last March that Jake Paul called out Conor McGregor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Conor McGregor, I think, since that time has had 2 fights. 2 fights.
Mm-hmm.
Pressers, pressers, Instagram lives, and all that different type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He has not said Jake Paul's name one time.
Right.
He has not. Because I've always been told those with power know how to delegate that power. And those with power do not run over those who have no power because there's no meaning in it.
Right.
Boxers should be the same way. Right. You have skill. You've been training since you were an adolescent. And you think that it's cool to call out Jake Paul. Calling out somebody that's in a higher division than you, I don't necessarily have a problem with because they've crafted this ability since childhood also. So you stand a little bit better a chance than some regular guy against that man.
Right.
But these players deciding, not players, but fighters deciding that Jake Paul is the root, they're the root of the issue.
So it's not Jake Paul you think the boxers are?
It's both.
I think,
in my opinion, boxing as a whole is the problem.
I feel like boxing has a problem, but I don't think Jake Paul is the problem. It took promoters to let him get in. I think the promoters are the people who promoting it. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. Be different. He was doing it on his own, like when he did KSI and all of them, and it was some sideshow shit, like where it should be. You know what I'm saying? It should be off to the left somewhere. You feel me? But when boxing promotion got into it, you know, for me, it's starting to. That's what allowed it to water down the sport. Now, the one thing I do agree, and we will always agree to disagree on this, he's bringing spectators and they're looking. But like you say, they're coming to look for him, though. You get what I'm saying? But I'm hoping they rub off and want to see what other guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? That's just my hope. But like at the same time, though, if this becomes more frequent through the year, the sport will continue to be more watered down because after Jake Paul, there's going to be another guy. You know what I'm saying? Another guy. And I can't help but feel that they are already looking for the next guy. Because like I say, at some point in time, Jake Paul's going to fizzle out.
So here's my thing. Think about who's causing the most uproar and ruckus when it comes to social media and stuff like that. I can think of Kevin Samuels wouldn't have done it because
they wouldn't looking this way. It got to be somebody. It got to be somebody that's commercial, that can be
Andrew
commercial.
Commercial, not controversial.
Not controversial. It got to be somebody commercial. It got to be somebody who's willing to play that character. See, one thing about the Pauls that I admire, that they've never waited till their character ran out. There's always been like a time limit on whatever character they're playing. You get what I'm saying? And they constantly reinventing itself. From a lot of people don't realize these guys been on Disney. A lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, don't know. They constantly shifted themselves in the right way. They catch the wave when in the beginning and jump on it. You get what I'm saying? And go hard on it to the point where you think they created that wave or they was already at the head of that wave or whatever the case may be. So I always gave them props on that. So it has to be somebody like commercial like that. It's never gonna be a one trick pony type cat. It's gonna be an outside of the box type cat. Like when I try to do I do Sleepy TV where you should be able to do whatever you want to do. That's how they always ran that shit. They never been one niche. Like how YouTube tell you, they've never done that. They do vlogs, prank video. Do you name it? They do it over there. Podcasts, they do it all. You know what I'm saying? And they just good at jumping on what they see is about what they feel is going to be the next thing to blow. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like you got to be a person like that that's captivating, for one, charismatic. You know what I'm saying? And willing to play the character that's going to sell. Because I guarantee you, Jake Paul don't act like that. Jake Paul, y'all seeing, that's not Jake Paul. Jake Paul probably some regular guy that sit at home, play video games, and that's about it. But Jake Paul is so good at playing the character. Two, he done turn good guy to heel. If you ever watch their channel, they usually flip-flop. Jake Paul is heel right now. See what I'm saying? Logan chilling. Logan doing podcasts. He's the Superman of the duo. You get what I'm saying? Before that, his older brother was the heel when he was joining on dead people in China and all that. You understand what I'm saying? And his brother was on Disney Channel. You get what I'm saying?
And they canceled his contract.
So you get what I'm saying? They're really good at, so they got, let's say they got a lot of WWE experience anyways, so to speak. It's like they took that model. You know what I mean? So, but it's not just, but I want to make clear, it's not like I don't feel like it's really Jake Paul's fault because, like I say, well, somebody had to let you in the game. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to let you in. And I feel like it's up to those, like say, promoters and things like that to protect the integrity of the sport. But like you said, it ain't gonna get straightened up to somebody get hurt, and then we gonna say, oh, he should have been boxing anyways. You know what I'm saying? They should never let him get in the ring anyways. He didn't have that much training. He didn't have that many this and the third. He didn't have. Then people are gonna be saying that.
See, because everybody knows by now. Take it back to wrestling real quick. If you're one of those inexperienced wrestlers and you hop in there with a veteran, they can save you from a lot of shit. A lot of terrible bumps, a lot of terrible falls, and shit like that. Boxing doesn't have that buffer to it. You hop in there with a veteran, they're going to tear your ass out the frame.
Facts.
That's probably why Jake Paul is picking journeymen or boxers who
just coming off a knockout. Yeah, things like that. And pinpoint him to the point of the contract where it's making the fight easy for him. You get what I'm saying?
Because at this point, they're going to be doing anything for money.
Right. And I also think this is part of the blame for like all the hype on the belts. Now I get promoters when they say that shit. Like when me and Ian and I was on here talking last week. I don't know if you called it Polo because I know you was, you're going through your debacle. But Force promoters saying that, the belts don't matter, this and the third. I brought him back up like when Lomachenko had all the belts was the shit. Then now other people got all the belts. It's no good to have all the belts. Right. And then I'm also learning some new info too I want to throw out there. Where that you can negotiate your sanctioning fees with your network. See, I didn't know that. I thought it was always on the box.
It was always one price.
So it's not. So if you got a good manager, they can when you had that bout, they can negotiate your fees where the network paid them fees or that promoter paid them fees. So I ain't know that. But my thing is, so now that's out the way about the promoter and this and all that shit. My thing is, I feel like too was watering down the belts. Not just it's so mean now because there is a Jake Paul and these boxers are seeing him make all this money with no straps. He's making more money besides a Canelo. You understand me? With no straps, bro. And he's making Canelo straps look null and void. Like they don't matter. Now, when it comes to boxing, that's the thing that grinds my gears. Because I feel like the belt is the reason, like there's something in the sport you going for. There's a reason you in this sport. There's something you want to accomplish in this sport. You're not just in this motherfucker, get batted upside the goddamn head, because the check's gonna come. You ain't getting no real checks until you get to that level.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. And part of getting to that level is at least touching one belt. Now, for everybody that was saying that shit just 2 weeks ago, and I'm talking about everybody was saying, well, I think it's bad that one person have all the belts. I think it's this, that, and the third. Okay, then why everybody's, well, I ain't gonna say everybody's favorite legend, but I'll say this: the legend Mayweather himself put out talking about the belts. He talked about having the belts. He contradicted himself about sanctioning fees. You want to know why? Let me tell you how. He sat there and said, yeah, the belts, this and that and third, it's cool. But, if that's what Tank want to do, and when he'll get all of them, I'm going to tell him to drop 3 of them the next day, right? But then he turned around and said in his career, how many belts he done made, how many he done had, how he made them famous, and he had 5 at one time. How you going to tell a man not to go for no belts when you had 5 one time and you was willing to pay whatever, whatnot? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is where the game get finicky, and I feel like a lot of boxers, and me and you've talked about this off air, I feel like not just management, man, either have a good manager or have a good lawyer. And if you can't include that, be able to have that, I don't think you should sign with that person. I don't think you should sign with that person because it's totally bad to the point where there's a lot of conning going on. A lot, and you can go look this up. I am not putting words in Mayweather's mouth or anything to the fact. That was his words. I held 5 at one time, and he kept them. But then you turn around and tell another man no. Also, now we know that you can have your fees negotiated in. This is that and the third. So why these boxers should not be going for these belts? That's the whole point, to be the man, so I can say who the hell I'm gonna fight. You can call me how fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
The issue is what you said. It's the conning.
It's the conning, right? I feel like we need to bring the prestige back to these belts at the end of the day, and we won't get crazy shit like, what's my man name? Josh Taylor had the belts, sneaking and letting them go one by one, and then still end up putting yourself in the trip bag. Guess who you finna fight?
Who?
Catterall.
There was probably no way around it. There was probably no way around it. And
you drop it and still gotta go.
Who mandated it?
No, it's not. It's in the works, and they trying to make it seem like that he wants this because he feel like that fight is hanging over his head. When we know that's not the play, because he tried to get out of it. He tried to get out of it. He dropped the belt. You don't feel that way. If you felt that way, you would have held on to the belt and whoop. You understand what I'm saying? No.
That's a con man. Excuse me. That's a con man. But a good con man have other con men around them to let them know it's a good con.
Well, it wasn't a good one because that shit was terrible work. You got
played. See, the thing is, it worked for a little while.
Yeah. Well,
but somebody had something else in the works.
Well, that big hot bird balloon losing steam fast and need some patches because, goddamn, he gonna get in that ring, mess around, get worked by Catterall.
Again,
Catterall gonna fuck around, be the favorite. You know what I'm saying? That fight, bruh.
But one thing
I hope not, because I put money on Catterall this time.
lot of times the second fight is different than the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times it is. I mean, there's just severe cases where it was. Like, I could say not Anthony Joshua, but Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what happened in the first fight. But the second fight, shit.
Can we say all bad?
And I'm expecting more of the same when it comes to Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. I really am. I'm expecting a complete beatdown.
I'm a big fan of Robert Garcia as a trainer, and it would be so nice if you can get a heavyweight champ under his belt. But at the same time, I like Usyk, and I just can't pull away from Usyk whooping that man ass. I don't know what this man can do to light a fire under his ass, but I don't see it.
Here's my thing. The fight happened last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joshua didn't fire his trainer until March of this year.
Was it March?
It was March this year.
It was closer than that. March, April, May, June. Well, yeah, somewhere in there.
He didn't find a trainer until last month. That's when he announced that it was Robert Garcia.
I think they had already talked, and he probably was filling the process out. And then
because I remember he went on a tour.
Yeah,
and there was
go back to the hood. He had to go. He went to the hood first.
Find himself and the people he looked up to.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, the Frank.
That was ignorant, bro.
All these other gangsters. I looked up to them. And I'm going to get you, boy.
Yeah, get you, boy. He did not sound tough at all.
Yeah.
But no, on everything though, man. I hope Mike do good for him. I want to see some improvement, but I don't think any improvement is gonna have.
I think it's the same as Wilder versus Fury.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get hit and it's gonna be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro.
I don't think it's gonna be one hit. I think it's gonna be a combo that he takes and he's going, oh no.
Yeah.
He
gonna be like, who was old boy that he gonna be like Red on Friday? No.
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 He gonna keep that broomstick out there. And every time it looks like he's about to fire, it's gonna revert back to what it was in the first fight. Because I've never seen a fight in history where a boxer was able to take 3 rounds off and still win those rounds. I think that was the first time in history I ever seen that because
there was 3 of them. Yeah,
it was probably more than 3, but I just counted 3 just to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
And he had his hands down, one all the way down to his hip. Whenever Joshua looked like he was about to do something, that hand came up quick as hell and tagged.
Man, that dude, he got comfortable, man. In the 3 layoff round, like I said, he did enough to win him. And for me, and I don't know if it's one thing to be good, like to see, but that dude was seeing everything in that ring when he was fighting AJ, bro. It wasn't nothing that he didn't see coming. It wasn't. It was like he could see that man's soul.
Like, he knew what punch he was going to have to take if he got caught also.
Yeah.
And was able to brace or to roll for it because he knew it was coming.
Right.
And what it tells me, AJ's power ain't all it's cracked up to be.
I think, okay, I was saying to somebody else, I think he does have great power, but you need somebody who's going to be able to transition that power. But remember we was talking about this on the phone? He would need a Sugar Hill. Somebody show him how to turn over them punches. You don't have to be super fast to throw you a hard punch. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, we have a George Foreman, Larry Holmes. We wouldn't have them guys that hit hard, but they punches wasn't very fast. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of knowing how to turn over them punches and get to the extent of that punch.
I will say that those 2 gentlemen are anomalies.
You know.
They're anomalies.
Well, the reason I said that because think about it. Before Tyson Fury dropped his train in the first one, he got with Sugar Hill. You saw the difference. You instantly saw the difference. He taught him how to fight like a heavyweight because Tyson Fury was known basically being a heavyweight that fight like a middleweight. You get what I'm saying? He taught him how to fight like a heavyweight. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's cool that you can be quick on your toes and shit, but if you got power, you just don't know how to turn it over. You don't know how to go to the extent of your punch. And I think if he got with somebody like that, it would serve him a whole lot better. Because think about it. Let's be real about it. There was no way Usyk should have been running up on that big-ass dude like that. No way, no how. And he was like, after the second round, it was like relentlessly doing it. Like, go ahead, throw the left, AJ. Watch this. Pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? It was like, there was no way that should have been happening. I'm not saying that he should never been able to get in, and we know the IQ of Usyk, but the output that AJ was doing this and going backwards should not have been happening.
See, another issue is something that affected him with the Andy Ruiz fight. His size.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't come in at least slimmed up more than what he was in the first fight, he really has no chance.
Yeah,
he really doesn't.
I always felt like
he packs on too much weight, too much muscle weight.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I always felt like when it comes to his weight, he's not as disciplined. Like he's a buff cat, but people think when you got all the muscles and all that hinders your movement. You know
Basically,
what I'm saying?
You're saying he's just he has a naturally gifted body.
Yeah. You know, and all the muscles hinder your movement. You know what I'm saying? You can't throw your hooks like you want to. You can't, you know what I mean? Stuff like that or whatever. But when he loses that weight, you did see the difference in that Ruiz fight. It was a difference. He moved a lot more fluid.
And he actually looked quicker.
Yeah. So, you know, but I don't think he's real disciplined at part. I think he wants to fight comfortable at the way he is, but everything ain't for everybody. Everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Anthony Joshua the type of nigga to get lipo before his fight.
That nigga's stupid, bro. Well, you wrong, dude.
Anthony Joshua seems like the type of nigga that been in the gym for one day and take a lay down selfie, asking people, does it look like he done lost weight? He seemed like the type of nigga that posts a picture to Twitter of him eating a salad and making it seem like he don't know nobody taking a picture. Just so he can be seen pretending like he eating a goddamn salad. Oh God. Anthony Joshua seemed like one of those. One of those. Anthony Joshua seemed like the type of nigga that be riding down the highway and realize that there's nobody else on there, hop out, pretend like he running and have his people in the car record him on his phone. Anthony Joshua seemed like the type of nigga. If he do a media workout, that's the only time he done worked out in the past 3 months.
You don't. Nah, man. We just joshing, man. Man, look, we don't get Anthony Joshua some credit, bro. It gotta be a fight. Especially as big as they making this one. The one thing I like about Usyk don't give a damn. He whooped him the first time. Usyk looking at it like he going in like it's the first time.
Anthony Joshua seems like the type of nigga.
This dude still on this,
if
man.
If a girl looking at him, he start rubbing his nipple.
This dude's stupid. This dude don't understand the whole joke. All right, man. All right. Tomorrow night, man, we got Joet Gonzalez versus Isaac Dogbo. I think it's Dogbo, but Dogbo. It's gonna be a dog fight in Minnesota, man. The Grand Casino.
Anthony Joshua seems like the type of nigga that asks his girlfriend if she got some nair.
This dude's stupid. I'm about to meet this guy, bro. Stupid, bro. Forgive me, bro. Man, I need to mute myself. He got me laughing over here at this stupid ass shit, bro. But nah, man. Yeah, I muted your ass. I'm trying to talk about next fight. You still talking about this food, man. Got me
Anthony
laughing. I
Joshua
can't get my
seemed like
word
the
right.
type of
Nope,
nigga.
nope. You on mute. Hell no. But for real, man. Hey, who you got, bruh? Joey Gonzalez versus Isaac Dogbo. Or Dogbay. I think it's Dogbay. I don't know why, but
Adobe?
nah,
Okay.
it's Isaac Dogbo.
Dogbay.
You watched the fight?
Okay.
We watched Joey Gonzalez too.
Let me see.
I
Let
know
me
it's
get
gonna
it.
be action. It's gonna be an action fight. Both of these guys are gonna go at each other. So this ain't gonna be a sleeper. Don't sleep on this one. If you want to see some action, Slick telling you, this right here is one of those fights where they're gonna go at it. They're not gonna be dancing around.
All right, let me see who's gonna win.
You
I'm going with the African.
know, I was gonna pick Gonzalez, man, but Gonzalez got a little more better defense. But I don't know. These guys somebody gonna run into some shit. I know that. Yeah. That's
Speaking
tomorrow.
of running into some shit, Anthony Joshua seemed like the type of nigga that if he runs into if his closet too damn dark, he asks his girlfriend for her flashlight.
This dude's stupid, bro, man. AJ, he don't mean nothing, man. Dog, this dude.
Oh,
Dog, leave AJ
honey, let me
alone,
see your
man.
flashlight.
This dude. Damn, boy, AJ gonna whoop your ass, bro. You AJ gonna have to get in the ring, bro. I'm gonna say I told you so.
AJ seemed like the type of nigga that leaves lip prints on his straw when he drinking a Coke.
This dude wrong. Now that was wrong, bro. No, okay, that's it, bro. You wrong as fuck. You wrong as fuck, bro. All right, we move along from that shit right there, man. Then after that, we got Garcia versus Benavidez Jr. Good fight. You know what I'm saying? And then shit, goddamn me. After that is Ryman versus Paul. Smith versus Mason on the zone. Then we got Ryman versus Paul. But I'm gonna leave it there, man. Tomorrow I want to watch that Gonzalez versus Dogbe. I'm gonna be on here. This dude talking about lip prints and motherfucking straws and shit. This dude right here is something else. So you can't let him too far off the leash, goddamn. And this motherfucker goes in, man. He be tripping. Whatever's in that pipe, boy, it's doing the job, goddamn it. And then lift his goddamn spirits. Goddamn me. But no, for no. Okay, I put him back in the doghouse. See, you can't let him out, bro. Can't let that motherfucker out. But hey, well, I was gonna say this dude done messed my train of thought up, goddamn it. You done messed my train of thought up, bro.
I'm done.
God damn, man.
I'm done for right now.
And also that Cambosis and Haney fight too. It's not finalized yet. While old boy on ESPN said it is. It is not finalized yet.
That was a lie.
It's close. It may be close. May be close to getting finalized because they wait on the government end to back it up. So therefore, Haney may be fighting somebody else. They're shooting for October, but ain't nothing even on paper. Besides the contract that's already signed.
I know he wants to have a fight before his birthday.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Also, shout out to Ryan Garcia, man. I ain't gonna lie. Now, this is where the young man might want to, understand he gives the glory to God. All that, have no problem with that, but understand God gave you a life because it's up to you to make your own choices. I hope that you're starting to see, don't you start on that, boy. I ain't trying to hear that. Don't you do it. I see it in your face. I'm going to have to mute this nigga because he going to blurt one out. But goddamn me, he need to goddamn me, look at the business aspect of things because, whatnot. Again, a curse of the promoters where you got Mayweather and Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn me. Not Bernard Hopkins. What's the other one?
De La Hoya?
De La Hoya. They hold on to their old match. Now this ain't got nothing to do. This could be a Tank and King Ryan match, right? But these dudes talking about their old match. Mayweather like, oh no, When I fought De La Hoya, he picked the gloves, he picked the ring. Hell, he even picked the weight class. So this time, I'm picking the gloves, I'm picking the ring, I'm picking. This ain't your match. I understand you the promoter, you supposed to, you know what I'm saying, but you added personal shit that like it's like grumpy old men. They ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Like, let these guys fight. So Mayweather tried to call his blood, said, no, he just want to fight 140, blah, blah, blah. He not fighting at 140. Shout to Ryan for going on Twitter and saying, bet, I'll fight him at 135. And after that, you can get some too. Now I hope Ryan got some stick where he can go to do and tell your promoter though. You gotta be willing to tell your promoter, keep y'all business to y'all. I really want this fucking fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if I got
but that's how they're gonna build it.
Right. And if I gotta go to 135 to get it, I'll go to fucking 135 to get it. You know what I'm saying? So
if you remember, I said that's how they're going to promote the fight if it takes place. It's not going to necessarily be Tank versus Ryan.
It's going to be. You did say that. You did say that.
It's going to be De La Hoya versus Mayweather.
Right.
And those two young men are going to get caught up in the mix, and one of them is going to get fucked.
Yeah, but see, that's where I liked it. That's what I liked about Ryan stepping outside of it. Like I heard what you saying, but I do the 135. But he was saying it like not because you're saying it. I'm saying it because I want this motherfucking fight. Like he was already willing to do that any motherfucking ways. You get what I'm saying? Like it don't make a difference.
Right.
You know, exactly. Mayweather's doing all the talking. We don't know if Tank wanted, but at least I know. But see, this but this is the thing. This is boxing. Somebody needs to say something from that side because the fight don't get made. All the Tank ain't got no fan name. What do they call? We got the Earl Sexuals. The
Brigade.
What's Javante fans' name?
I call them the Brigade.
The Brigade. All right, the Brigade they gonna be mad because all the Ryan fans. Ryan ain't got no name for his fans. That's weird. But anyway,
think about it. A Tank Brigade.
Yeah, Tank Brigade. King Ryan. We gotta give him a name for his fans. But his fans gonna be talking shit to the Brigade because they're gonna be like, "Yo, dude, speak up."
The Royal Court. The
Royal Court. Look, right. Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: the Royal Court gonna have a lot of shit to talk because Ryan came out was like, "Yo, I'll fight him at 135. Basically, fuck you, Mayweather, you and his beef. I'm talking about what I want to do. I want to see what
Want to tell you where Mayweather.
And Tank has been vocal on Twitter before now, so ain't no reason not to say nothing.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they let Ryan call him out. Ryan has a fan base. They didn't get ahead of the situation. So now, if Tank backs out or this fight does not happen, at least by the spring of next year, Ryan's crowd is a lot bigger than Tank's crowd.
They're gonna make it look like Tank was scared of him,
ducking him.
That's what I was saying.
The consensus argument is going to be that Tank ducked Ryan.
Because Ryan been talking for a minute. He said, I'm about to do this dude like Ali did Sonny Liston. I'm about to pop up where he at. I'm about to do this and the third. And then Floyd came up talking that shit. And then he basically like, I'll go to 135 to get that fight. You know, then he told him, you can get the smoke too. Like, if Ryan read about that business, like how he talking now, fine. But I'm with you. That's why that's the picture I'm trying to paint. Even if that's not even the intention, he didn't got ahead of the ball. You see what I'm saying? To make it look like, because like I said, Tank been vocal on Twitter before and talk shit back to boxers. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's start talking to make this shit happen.
But did it result in him hopping in the ring with the said boxers?
No, but he opened his mouth. He ain't opened his mouth yet.
See, but him opening his mouth honestly means nothing because the boy only fights when they tell him to fight.
It mean what Tank do. You get what I'm saying? I think Ryan actually has some sort of say so.
Ryan has more freedom than Tank.
I think Ryan fuck around going to hiatus on their ass again. And
Mhm.
it ain't no
And be
good for
just
nobody. You know what I'm saying?
and they would be just fine
You
if he
know,
did that because he's their cash cow.
yeah. No, I'm saying
He's
for
there.
like,
See, the
I'm talking about for
dynamic is
Ryan
different.
using it. I'm talking about for Ryan using it as a tool. Like, if you don't get my way, fuck y'all. I'm not fighting who you want me to fight. I just go sit my ass down again. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Type shit.
Right.
You know, if what he's saying is panning out that he actually wants this fight, you know what I'm saying? It's based off of if. If he
Mhm.
really wants this fight at 135, like you told me, I will go to 135 to fight this dude and say De La Hoya and they can't get it together, or De La Hoya do something to mess it up. Well, I'm not gonna fight this other dude. I go sit my ass down till y'all get that shit done, bro. Like, I'm
Mhm.
tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he done showed him he'll go sit down and
Because
go on vacations and shit.
can I be real with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, always, nigga.
Ryan will be a big ass challenge for Tank.
Oh yeah, most definitely that speed, that type of
His
speed. You know what I'm saying? But
Did
I
you
got
see that punch?
yeah, dude, fast as fuck, bro.
God,
Dude,
like
dude, dude, dude is really fast as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You know,
like and he actually has some power to him. He's like he's what
read that.
keep it up, brother. I'm enjoying in your channel. Who is this?
Casemiro.
Really?
Hmm?
No. Okay. Thank you.
Right on. We don't keep
Thank
pumping
you.
this shit out. Believe that. But go ahead. What you were saying?
I lost my thought. I lost my thought. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But no,
Oh, you
no. That's what it is. He's I hate to put it like this. He's what you would picture as much as Rolly talks. That's what you would picture he is, what Ryan is. Like if Ryan opened
oh,
his
what Rolly mouth says
phrase
Ryan
makes it
really
seem
is.
like yeah.
Rolly mouth wrote the check, but Ryan
Ryan skills
asking
paid the
cash it.
bill.
Right,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. That's the thing that is weird looking at because you with people like that, they know they don't have to talk.
Right.
They know they don't have to talk. And I can say that about Tank. You don't hear Tank doing a lot of talking about what he can do.
No. Tank ain't gotta speak on his skills though. But I will say that he do gotta do some talking. But technically he don't because he got somebody doing the talking for him. Which I will say Floyd's doing a great job of because Floyd is the what?
The promoter.
Promoter. So he's doing his job.
It's
So I get that to Floyd. He's doing an
I,
awesome job.
I like Ryan. I caught the highlights from that fight, bruh. Ryan's good.
No, Ryan is good. Ryan is good. Even though,
Ryan
like,
is
even though
good.
old boy, like me and I was saying, you know, my guy was, you know, a little out of shape, but that ain't got nothing to do with the skills, the hand speed, or nothing like that. That dude got nice hand speed, got skills. He still got some things to work on. And where's the casual King Casual? I was talking to King Casual as well. You know, that chin thing, like I said, that's just part of who he is. He even when he just sitting down talking, he talk with his chin in there. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
It's part
natural
of his
reflex.
mannerisms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like he probably need to get that in check. But other than that, the power's real, bro. Like it really is real. I mean, and it may look a little more dramatic because it was against Fortuna, but at the end of the day, it's there and it's enough to put a motherfucker down. So
Bruh.
no matter what, you know, but he's dealing with a shorter opponent,
But
that's about just a quick a leap fast. You know what I'm
but
saying? And
the
got devastating knockout power.
but
Devastating knockout power.
he
I would say Tank hits harder
I
than
get that.
Ryan.
I will say that. But here's the thing. I've never seen Tank get caught with a real quick one. A real quick one.
Well, he got
Because
caught. He got caught. Well, no, not a real quick one, but we seen him get caught.
we seen him get
Isaac
Rolly
Cruz
caught
caught
him.
him, and Rolly
Rolly
caught.
caught him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't get caught.
but I'm talking
And
about
Rolly fast too, though. Now I won't take that. Rolly pretty quick his damn self.
I
But
say
he not no
Ryan.
Ryan fast.
Ryan is fast.
Yeah, Ryan
Like,
fast with power.
I
Like
would say if you could compare Ryan to anything, it's what you would have wanted Amir Khan to be.
you know what? I was gonna say, don't you compare that dude yet to nobody, but you know what? That was a perfect guy.
It's what you
That was a perfect guy.
it's
Amir
what you
Khan was that
wanted.
dude with that speed, bro. And he
Yeah.
wanted that power so bad. That's the only reason he would get knocked out, because he would turn into this dude like he had all this power all of a sudden in the mid match. He'd be winning. And then, it'd be his own fault that he got knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Whatever. And that's the perfect fucking example, bro. Because like one thing I do get Ryan, it don't even look like he winding up. He just got natural power, bro. He just got natural power. And that's something that can't be taught. Can't no wait to give you that. You know what I'm saying? He just got it.
Mhm.
But I will say that I still think Tank hits harder.
Here's the thing about Tank's power. Tank's power has to catch you flush.
True.
It has to be an unprotected shot. Ryan's power is deceptively powerful because it's something coming so fast, to where you would think it would just probably be a stinger. But it's a glancing powerful blow.
Yeah, he caught Fortuna like top of the head and wobbled his head.
Yeah. And then the punch that put him down, I've never seen a left hand thrown that fast, except for Amir Khan.
Yeah.
And the way he hit him, I seen it, I was like, oh, dude's out with his eyes open.
Yeah, Fortuna, and he, I think I ain't seen nothing on it, bro. Like, ain't nobody checking up on that cat, because I've been looking. I think he broke dude eye, bro, because that dude eye was just, I don't know. Fortuna eye looked like something was wrong. It wasn't swole. It was like all red in the white part. You know what I'm talking about? And he didn't get thumbed. He didn't get thumbed because that last knockdown, it was like he took a knee on his own. He barely got tapped in it. And he was like, fuck that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good.
It was
Like,
almost,
he did something to him.
When I seen him, did you notice he was squinting, almost as if he was trying to keep the eyeball in?
Yeah, like it was something wrong with the eye, bro.
And that's not easy. But here's the thing. That's not easy to do to somebody.
Nah. Well, that's what me and Which we're gonna say, because like we seen Fortuna fight, man. I know a lot of people saying, well, Fortuna got that ring, this and that third, but at the same time, you seen Fortuna though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Javier Fortuna, you know what I mean, whatnot. You would know that he was out of shape. That's why he was asking for that 2 weeks. Because he was trying to, past 2 weeks. Plus he came in 157 and Ryan came in at 148, which I don't think neither one of them passed on the scales if that was their weight. You know what I'm saying? They just let the fight happen. Yeah, Marquez is one of my idols. Me and Marquez is the same style, Memo said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Marquez is gangster, man. One thing I like about Marquez never back down. He's just one of those fighters, relentless. And the thing about what I mean by never back down, not that he walk into punches or nothing like that, he always had a strategy or whatnot, is that his heart wouldn't let him quit.
Yeah.
You gotta put him down.
It's something admirable about somebody who's coming in the ring with that warrior's mentality, like, okay, I know this is boxing. I know it is. But let me turn this into a fight.
Yeah.
Let me turn this into a fight. Let me get you out of character. Yeah, you're going to catch me with one, but I'm going to throw two right back at you just as hard.
Right.
Can you
His
take
inside
it?
game was a
I can
motherfucker.
take it. I can take it. Can you? That's admirable. I love that.
He's a legend, 100% legend, bro. Them Pacquiao fights didn't define that man. Like people try to make it seem like that man was a motherfucker, man. He was a hard fight for anybody.
Here's a better way of putting it. This is just my opinion. It elevated both of them.
Oh yeah, at the time. it elevated both of them. But I'm saying his overall career to say like that was it.
Didn't
No.
he beat Timothy Bradley?
Yeah, I believe he Timothy. Yeah.
I mean, Timothy Bradley was a
before
thorn
that, I
in,
mean, like that
he
he
was a
was
thorn in
recognized before.
Pacquiao's side.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so ew,
So shout out to
man.
that dude. I can watch any of his fights. But I'll tell you this though, if if Ryan don't get Tank,
Mm-hmm.
I hope JoJo get in there.
JoJo.
Yep.
Why?
Because hopefully
Why?
before he'll give him a fight. Because I'm gonna say it like this, because he needs something. Plus, it was an easier fight to make because it's all in house. But that ain't what he want. And I'm be honest with you. I'm glad a lot of boxers is not calling out people who are in house. I'm glad boxers are calling people out that's across from them, so to speak. Cause it's time, bro. It's time. I'm sorry. It is motherfucking time. And I ain't gonna get too much into this because this could be our next subject. But so make sure y'all check it out Monday. But it's time, bro. It's time for these promoters and these networks to loosen the reins and join forces somehow, come up with something where these guys can fight network to network. You in this stable, PBC fighter fighting, you know what I'm saying? Instead of these rare special occasions, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, or this is and the third, you know, because it just benefits the promoter's pocket. And I get it, because they get the ring, they do all the promotion, they do I get all of that. But when are y'all gonna have faith in y'all fighters, bro? You sign them.
It's
When are you
more
gonna have faith to turn them into? When are you gonna have enough faith to want to put some dollars into somebody to turn them into that star? You understand what I'm saying? Like a JoJo, say JoJo Diaz. I'm just throwing it out there. 135 pounds. Is JoJo ain't 135 pounds no more, is he? Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. I'm tripping. JoJo 135 pounder go fight Frank Martin. Why couldn't that happen? You know why? Because one's Golden Boy and one's PBC. But I see one hell of a fucking fight there. Neither one are pay-per-view stars. So why the fuck that can't happen? But again, I don't want. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you get that. But I don't want to get too deep in it because that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the evolution of boxing at this point.
It's the slice of the pie.
Yeah.
It's the slice of the pie. Facts. Nobody wants to be equal, but nobody wants anybody to have more.
Right. Hold that. That's it. I want to hold that subject down because that's a whole nother one. The evolution, because everything has an evolution point. Everything has a breaking point. You know what I'm saying? And so, but we gonna get to that, man. Hey, we appreciate everybody coming out. You know what, whatnot. Make sure y'all smash that like button. The rewatch will be on GMT Boxing Sunday. So make sure y'all check that out. And also check it out every Monday, y'all. 10:15 p.m. Central. You know what I'm saying? We are on the road to 1,000. We're close to 500 now. But once we get to 1,000, we'll be giving away autographed shirt by all your favorite boxers. Shine Porter. I'm not showing all these. I show this every time. I'm gonna show it a lot tomorrow though. Tune in tomorrow to Duke Reagan. Signatures all over. Nick Ali Walsh, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, F.L. Jogba, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, you name it, they all on this shirt. Make sure y'all hit that 1,000, man. If y'all help us get to 1,000, man, by hitting that subscribe button, man, on GMT Boxing. All right.
Two real quick things.
What's up?
One, Everybody tune into the Ric Flair roast when it happens.
Oh man, when is that? We gonna have to do a. I'm gonna put my R&B on here for that.
The 29th.
Okay.
It's called the Ric Flair
Tune in.
roast. Oh my God.
Tune
And
in for
second
that.
thing, I want to send out a congratulations to the Boston Red Sox.
What's
Why?
going on? Mm-hmm.
For playing like absolute dog shit today.
Go ahead.
How the fuck do you lose a game 27-3 in baseball?
I don't believe that shit, bro. Hold on. Let me try comment. Are you trying to tell me a team hit 27 home runs in one game?
No, a team scored 27 runs in one game.
Oh, okay.
How?
I thought you said home runs. I would say, what? What kind of baseball are we playing today?
Like, it confused the absolute hell out of me. Why I was what the score ended up being 27-6.
Hold on, I'm ask you again.
The Blue Jays scored 27 runs versus the Boston Red Sox in the 6th inning by itself.
I'm ask you again. What was the score?
The ending score was 27-3.
So again, a team hit 27 home runs.
No,
not hit them out the park. I'm just saying though, but
ended up going around the bases. They ended up going around the bases 27 times. Do you know what that means? At the beginning they went through the batting rotation 3 times.
Bruh, was anybody catching the ball? Was the
catchers
on? Everybody was on strike today.
It was home runs and base hits, doubles, triples, singles, all of that.
So everybody had Tommy John surgery on the same day?
I think they switched the pitcher 5 times in that inning.
I want to see this game, bro. I want to watch this shit. How did I miss that? I'd have been like, damn. Has this ever been done? 27 home runs?
27 runs in 27 in one inning. Throughout a whole game, yes. But in one inning, the most I've ever seen was 8.
Bro, hold on, bro. You got me confused. I don't believe I'm hearing this right, bro.
Look it up. ESPN.
Man, hold on. 27
runs in the 6th inning.
27 runs. They got motherfucking Toronto Blue Jays. This ain't real. Bro, this shit real.
Yeah.
Is this real? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's just show the score. It was showing it. Then it went away. Hold on.
27.
Oh man, that ain't it. My bad.
27 runs in one inning. Like, think about this too. Boston was at home. They was playing in Fenway. They were playing in Fenway Park. Imagine how empty that stadium got once them motherfuckers got to 9 in one inning. And then think about how empty it got when it got to 18. And now think about what it looked like when they got to 27.
Bruh, hold on, bruh. Bruh, I'm looking at this shit. These niggas is like not motivated out here. They're just like, I don't care, bruh. Like, bruh, dude hit a grand slam, bro.
Yeah.
And this just said, it said there are no words for this shit. And right now, this was just the 10 when they got the 10 points. It skipped. He hit a grand slam, bro. So he run 3 v home.
Yep, that was four runs right there. Four
Right.
runs.
What's the final score, bro? I want to see.
Oh my god.
Oh, they didn't beat it. The record is 30-3. It was the Rangers over the Orioles in 2007. Damn, swear I didn't know this shit, bro. And I used to watch baseball like that, and I still didn't know that, bro.
You didn't know the teams be getting their ass beat like that sometimes.
Bro, that's fake as fuck. That's why I was like, what, dog?
No, like I'm a Royals fan, and I can even admit we've been on the wrong side of some of those. But we've been on the right side of some also. I remember we lost the game 19-0.
Bruh.
Like literally 19 points to nothing. But we were not at home. We were not at home. It's
I'm
different.
sorry, you can't hear this shit, but they clowning on this motherfucker. He's 20. Bruh, it's fifth inning, bruh. It's sixth inning, bruh. It's 25-3. Oh no. They hitting this shit out the park, bruh. Oh, I gotta say this. I gotta watch this shit, the highlights, bro. This is wrong shit. Motherfuckers mad. They booing louder than motherfuckers. They like some bullshit, bro. Oh, this is wrong. I don't mean to laugh at these things like this, but damn, we the fault. We done ran on the field before y'all just do it. I'm beating the pitcher up. That niggas not gonna be doing us like this, bro. What the fuck? We can't get no home runs. These niggas come hitting every motherfucker thing. We finna fuck somebody up.
Here's the thing about baseball.
Wow.
How can you be that terrible as a team to the third starter in the pitching rotation? The third pitcher is not the best pitcher.
Right.
He's the opening day pitcher. That's what the best pitcher is. He's the opening day pitcher. He's the one who's guaranteed at least 10 wins. At least 10 wins. How do you lose to the motherfucker that at the most is going to have 4 or 5? And we're after the All-Star break.
Bro, that shit crazy, dog.
Damn.
I'm being serious. That's some wild shit, bro.
That's bad. But Boston is in last place.
Fuck all that. That don't mean you get done like that. Them dudes out there playing lazy than motherfucker. I watched dude hit the ball. They was just like, dude threw the ball. He just let it go past. I'm like, fuck that motherfucker. I don't even want to touch that damn ball. That's fucked up, bro. And they ran a grand slam. How did he get a grand slam off of that? And the ball, it would hit the outfield. Dude got the ball, threw it. Dude just looked at it, let it go past him. Dude had chased the ball down. Yeah.
It was an inside the park grand slam.
Yeah. And they was playing lazy to the motherfucker. Like, he threw the motherfucker. Dude looked at him like, man, I let this shit go past me. I don't want that. Dude had to go chase the ball down, try to throw it home and shit. He threw it home. The catcher let the ball pass him. Like, fuck that damn ball. On everything, you can look at the highlights, bro. That's why I was looking at like, damn.
I haven't even looked at the highlights yet. I just brought it up because it came past my ticker thing, and I'm like,
damn.
What?
Oh, okay, you didn't know this news. I was gonna say, I wish you would have said this shit earlier, dog. I've been looking at this shit. This shit is crazy right here, bro. Wow.
Yeah. Boy, there's some sorry suckers right there.
Yeah, it was like they wasn't in it. They wasn't in it.
Bro,
and I was like, they was only up by 6. And they was playing like, fuck this game already when they had 6.
Bro.
Yeah.
I know, bro. Boy, I know.
And that was the third ending.
When they had 6. So once the 6th inning hit, that's when they took the fuck off on their
They took off on their ass. Yeah, they had 10 all the way to the 6th, and then they just took off on them niggas. Because they had 6 and hit the grand slam, and then for the 10th, then they showed 6 and they still taking off on them.
God.
That is a boy.
Ain't nobody getting paid for that. Ain't nobody getting paid that game check.
Hell no.
Like nobody get that motherfucker at all. Anybody think they getting paid? They out there, goddamn.
Out there, goddamn. You better not even look. You better not look
You,
at your bank account.
you better not
Nigga,
even think that you're gonna hear a chime for a goddamn direct deposit.
I promise you, that phone gonna curse your
Bruh,
ass out. Fuck you looking
bruh,
here for.
you know what? In that situation, I'm firing the goddamn towel boy.
Man, everybody getting it. You hear me?
I'm
It's
firing.
everybody's fault.
It's the. You know what? I'm firing the concession.
I got some more news to boost your spirits, man. Deontay Wilder is returning.
It was a wild day.
It was speculating. Frank Warren wants to fight Robert Helenius. I just
Why?
threw that out there, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like last on my docket. I was supposed to get out. But,
Frank Warren wants to fight Helenius? Why?
No, well, Frank Warren, who is he? You know, he across the pond cat with BBC Sports. One of them. Anyway. Yeah, Robert Helenius. I mean, it'd be an interesting fight to get some up under him. Chisora want him too, though. Chisora want him too. So. We gonna see, bro. I want to see him back in the ring, but you know,
boxing is terrible.
No.
Yeah.
It ain't terrible, man. It ain't terrible.
God damn.
Bruh, I will say this though. Shit,
fucking
when you was going through your shit.
What Chisora versus I don't even remember.
Chisora, I understand why Chisora won, because Chisora about to be on his way out. You know, I think he said about 3 fights or something. He about to be he done.
And if it's about pay, he's barking up the wrong damn tree.
Now, I don't know. From reading what he had said, check out gmt-boxing.com, by the way. Yeah, he said that he just always wanted to fight him or something like that. I don't think he's about to pay for him. I think Chisora is really just trying to get 3 tough fights of the people who he want and then burn out on boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? He walking around looking like Wesley Snipes on Demolition Man and shit with that damn blind shit on his mustache and hair, bro. He tripping. But yeah, the Helenius thing,
bruh. That ringside seats for that fight, ringside, it's gonna be $200 in food stamps.
Oh my god! With free popcorn. I get all the hot food you want.
Can bring your own food.
Right. Get all your hot food you want.
They're gonna have fucking Ferris wheels.
Hey, but you know what I think about it though? Do you remember though that Helenius ended up being
a #1 contender?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Remember that? Exactly. Yeah. So that's probably why.
Oh my
why
God.
Frank Warren is saying that.
Yo, I always wondered, why don't we have more outside fights in America, like big fights that are outside?
What you mean?
Like, could you imagine just like I would say basically a wintertime or early springtime Vegas outside the MGM and all that different type of stuff?
Oh, you mean outside, like outside?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas hot as fuck. Ain't nobody finna do that shit.
That's why I said a early spring. Because ain't nobody trying to be outside at 110-degree weather in the desert.
Shit, they did it, but I got to get it to the Charlos. They did that. What was that? Earlier this year? What fight was that? That was the at the Toyota Center or whatever it was called. Toyota Arena. I don't know what to call it, but it was outside. Remember?
Yeah.
It was hot as fuck then. So they, you know.
I mean, but LA,
if you got a choice, you ain't doing it.
LA hot is different than Vegas hot.
True that.
Because LA hot, I won't even be sweating. I won't even sweat. And they talking about they hot. I mean, A Charlo fight is not a good measuring stick.
No, I was just saying for us outside, but I don't think you're gonna get two giant heavyweights being outside
Man,
if they have a choice. You feel me?
bro, think about how cold it would be though to have a boxing match right in the center of Times Square.
That shit would go hard, bro.
Smack dab in the center of Times Square, a
That shit would go
major
hard.
heavyweight fight.
That'd be some shit that make me say like that would make me save my money like just to be part of that experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not just fight. That's literally like a whole experience. For one, I've never been in
And think
Times
about it,
Square.
Times Square got all those screens and everything like
Yeah,
that.
that should
So
be
no matter
hard,
where
bro.
you're at, no matter
To be
where
able
the
to
hell
lock that
you
down, you know that's gonna cost some money because all them businesses gonna have to lock down at that
no,
time.
think about it, leave the restaurants open.
Well, you gotta have people for the sit. I'm talking about the businesses right there and stuff because you got to build enough money and revenue for that fight to be right there. So some of that shit, one side gonna have to get shut down, and the streets right there because where that
Mm-hmm.
time clock is, where it's split like that, that's where we have to
Mm-hmm.
be like right there.
Right there in that center point.
Where it's
Yep.
split, yeah. That shit be hard though. If they could pull that shit off, bro, and make it
That's
like an annual thing, dog,
mm-hmm.
that shit'd be hard as fuck, bro.
Mm-hmm. Like I still like I'm selfish. I think that Midwest boys, us here in the Midwest, we should fight in our Midwest venues. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like hell, take Terrence. Omaha is 2.5 hours away from Kansas City. What, basically 3 hours, right?
Mm,
I would love to see a sold out boxing match at Arrowhead Stadium.
that'd be dope.
Because
For real, that
I
shit
know
go hard, bro.
when Kenny Chesney comes, he's not at the T-Mobile Center. He's not at
Right.
he's not at Kaufman. He's not at our amphitheater, the Uptown Theater, or none of that. He's at Arrowhead, and Arrowhead sells the hell out.
Yeah, you know that's how they use the soccer stadium downtown here. It's like a entertainment complex. That's how they do that shit now.
But I don't know if boxing is big enough for it. I mean, but hell, make the tickets affordable and broadcast the living hell out of it. That's how you
the
get
whole
people.
argument. Who is making that argument about having 3 million? They had 3 million viewers versus 300
In attendance.
It was Bill Haney. It was Bill Haney. You know, even though they still paid for it, he was like, you know, you had ESPN Plus viewers, but it was 3 million versus 300 pay-per-view buys. Then if you look at the pay-per-view buys based off the country, you really not adding up that much. He had an interesting point on it though. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like they don't make money off of it just because it's on free TV. You know what I'm saying? In some instances, they make more money. You know what I'm saying? Like that was y'all got to check that interview out, bro. But that was a good interview. Where he broke the details down. Like you don't hear managers break the little shit down. You know what I mean? Whatever. That's what I liked. He wasn't just on there talking this shit. You know what I'm saying? He was breaking that shit down. But yeah, man, we gonna kill it right here. So to speak. Like I said, the replay of this will be back on Sunday. I will be on here tomorrow. Polo possibly be on here tomorrow if he can. For the Gonzalez and Dogbo fight.
Dogbo.
Yeah, Dogbo. Dogboe. I don't know why I want to say Dogbo, but I think it's Dogbo. But it is gonna be a dog fight, no pun intended. I will most definitely be on here. It's gonna be on ESPN Plus, ESPN. Make sure y'all come through for that support. Also, smash that like button your way out. Share the stream if you can. And having said that, you got anything to say, Polo? No. Well,
actually, I do. I actually do have something to say. Anthony Joshua seems like the type of nigga that'll be in the shower listening to Keith Sweat.
Yeah, we out, y'all. This dude right here is stupid, bro. We out, y'all, man. Y'all be easy, bro. This dude lost his rabbit ass mind.
Anthony Joshua seems like the type of dude to throw his hands up when he don't have service.
You are now tuned into the judges table. You are now tuned into the judges table. You are now tuned into the judges table.